Hello, boys and girls. It is so good to see you guys. I am sorry I am not here with you all today, but we are going to go ahead and finish up our food webs and food chains for our Shark Week project. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and then you're just going to have a good chunk of time to finish up during your specials time. You've already shared the document with me, so I will be able to go back over this weekend and take a look at all the great things that you accomplished and finish up for the rest of the day. So as you can see, I'm sharing my screen right now, and I have went ahead and opened a new tab. And this is how to get to our document that we've created. And we'll go over it. We went over this yesterday, but I just want to double check you can get there. So I hit the little waffle when you open a new tab to get your Google Apps, and then go ahead and click on your Drive. And as soon as you do that, you should see your document somewhere in there. If not, you can click on recent, or you can even search if you can't find it. Remember, it was your name - food chain. So I'm going to go ahead and open my document up that we started on Tuesday. And you can see that we started to walk through finding a shark, figuring out what shark that shark eats, and trying to find a picture of that shark. And then we're going to start working backwards. And this is where we're going to make our food chain today. Now, we went over yesterday what a food chain involves. All food chains start with the sun. So somewhere on our page, we have to have the sun. That's going to be crucial and important. And then what grows from the sun? It's not a shark. Sharks don't grow from the sun. It's not my swordfish. It's not my squid. If you look outside, you probably are staring at it. It's green. It's something, it's a plant, it's a producer, something that grows from the sun. Now that's more difficult in the ocean because there's not like trees coming out of the ocean. So it could be plankton or phytoplankton, or even seaweed or seagrass or something like that. So when you find phytoplankton or plankton or seaweed or any of those types of things, those are your producers. And then we got to start figuring out what eats your producer. Maybe it's a fish, maybe it's a turtle, maybe whatever it is. What eats that? What eats that? What eats that? And then eventually the top of our food chains are going to be our sharks. So I'm going to keep working backwards here through my food chain, and I'm going to add in a few details and hopefully go ahead and finish up my food chain. And then you can watch me do it, and then you can go ahead and work on yours. Hey, look at me. Don't do my food chain. This is mine. Pick something else. You can do a mako shark, but maybe instead of a swordfish, maybe you want to choose a mackerel or a tuna. And then maybe instead of a squid, maybe you want to choose something else. So you can still pick a mako shark, but just don't make my food chain. All right, so here's the thing. We talked about yesterday, food chains have arrows. The arrows point to the mouth of the person who's eating. Yum, yum, yum. The arrow points to the mouth. So I need to add in my arrow here. So I am going to go up to insert, and I am going to insert a line. Oh, never mind, wrong thing. Hold on, my bad. Okay, hold on. I'm going to insert. I'm going to insert, where is it? Oh, I can do an image search. That's what I can do. Sorry, I knew there was something. And I can just do a quick image search for an arrow. And we can insert an arrow in here. All right, and hopefully we can turn this around. So once I selected it, where's my arrow? Where'd it go? Oh, insert down here. Here we go. All right, hopefully we can get our arrow going. That's a gigantic arrow. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to actually move it down here to my next line. And oh, undo. See, it just takes some finagling here. And I'm going to rotate my arrow, and I'm going to try to get this to the next line down here so that I have this arrow pointing to, here we go. So we have my arrow going from my swordfish into my shark, because remember the arrow shows where the energy is going, who eats. The shark is eating the swordfish. So then maybe I just want to copy and paste this arrow. I'm just going to do a Control-C. And I'm going to go underneath my swordfish, and I'm going to go ahead and Control-V and put my arrow in again. And now that's connecting my squid to my swordfish because we know the swordfish eats my squid. So I need to finish up my food chain now, and I'm going to make everything a little smaller so it actually fits on the page. But I need to finish up my food chain. So now my next step is I still need a son, I need a producer, and I need to figure out what eats a squid. So remember, we can go back to Pebble Go and we can look in Pebble Go. So I'm going to go ahead and get into there really quickly. And I'm going to look in Pebble Go and I'm going to look up what does a squid eat. If you want to do a general internet search, you can, but just caution with the information you're finding and how you're finding it. So I'm going to do a quick search for a squid and I'm going to figure out what a squid eats. And I'm going to keep working backwards and hopefully I'll get to that producer in a second and I will get to my son as well. So here's my squid. Squid eats shellfish and other squid. Fish, shellfish, and other squid. So I am going to, I think I'm going to pick a shellfish. So here we go. I'm going to put in eats fish, shellfish, and another squid. It doesn't really make sense to put another squid in there. So I think I'm going to do a shellfish. So a shellfish could be a lobster, it could be a crab, it could be anything like that. So I'm going to go with crab. And my crab eats now. My crab eats plants and other sea animals. There's my plants. I finally figured it out. And algae and seaweed are my plants. Woohoo! Okay, so I need to find my crab picture. I'm going to find a picture of a crab. Let's do a blue crab. I'm going to find my picture of my crab, put that in there. And then I get to find a picture of seaweed and put that in there. And then we are in good shape and I should be finishing up my food chain. So let's go ahead and put my crab in. Looks very yummy. Label him crab. I need another arrow here because remember the squid, yum, 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 eats the crab. And now I'm going to put in my seaweed. And I'm going to find my picture of my seaweed real quick. And get that picture in there. Perfect. And then I am ready. And I'm ready to go ahead. And we know that what makes plants grow, since this is my producer, it's going to be my son. So I'm now going to go and insert my image of my son, and I am going to be done with my food chain. Now mine was pretty long. If you do something like a whale shark or anything like that, then it might be a very short food web or food chain. And I would challenge you to try to make it a little bit more complex. Oh my gosh, gigantic sun right there. All right. So I think I just need to finish up by putting in a few more arrows, maybe a few more labels, and then I should be in pretty good shape here. So I have my seaweed. I'm missing an arrow right here. So I'm going to move an arrow down there, copy and paste. Okay. And I need an arrow from the sun to the seaweed. And I'm pretty much done at this point. I have my sun. My sun makes my producer, which is seaweed, grow. My crab eats my seaweed, yum, yum, yum. My squid eats my crab, yum, 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 yum. My swordfish eats my squid, and then my mako shark eats my swordfish. All right, this is already shared. This is where I'm hoping you get to today. You might not get done, but I want you to do the best that you can. And you guys have a great weekend, and I will hopefully see you soon next week. Bye.